right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Make Ben Laugh. We're going to have a bunch of comedians going up rapid fire. It's all new jokes, new premises, some things that aren't even jokes yet. They're just a thought you had or something that's making you angry. Maybe a little rant. Who's to say? But we're going to have a good time here tonight. And kicking us off is the wonderful Max Spinelli.
Hey, everybody. Wow. That song was putting me in a trance, let me tell you that. It had me
At
feeling.
what point does it become awkward? I think it's like 20 seconds.
I don't know. Was it long enough to be awkward?
Yeah, it was, but I was trying to figure out at what point was it.
This is.
I think we're there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we're having fun. They're trying to ban TikTok, which is tough for me to juggle because as tough as it was to kind of become someone who uses the app as much as I do, it was even harder to come to the realization of how sad I would be if it left. And that did hit me. That hit me hard. And I would be ready to march for that as well. pretty tough in the streets. I would do cool signs for that as well. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. I'm woke. I'm on TikTok. I get a lot of bullying messages from the children on there. They comment on my videos. They comment, "Oh, what is this straight TikTok?" Because like they have alt TikTok, gay TikTok, and the worst thing you could ever do is become straight TikTok. And now these children are commenting on my videos saying, "How did I make it to straight TikTok?" And my question for them is, how gay are these kids that I'm straight TikTok, that I am the picture of just toxic masculine? Look at him. Look at this guy just shoving his hetero-ness in our face. And I get it. I'm butch. And I'm sorry I have to scare those youths with my masculinity, my heritage. Skipping to the next one, I'm starting a GoFundMe to send people who use corded headphones to therapy. If you guys want to drop a line in there. I can't imagine the toll it takes on you to kind of, quite literally carry those around, but also to kind of be seen, just kind of dangling like a peasant. I can make that joke because I did lose my AirPods, and I went on a walk today with the corded headphones, just out there and about, like my dick was just hanging out, and I felt exposed. I felt dirty, and I'm just glad I'm happy I'm able to talk about it. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you for I was just in Newport. Stop clapping for me. I was at a summer house. Okay, don't worry about it. It's on the water. Obviously you knew that. But I was in Newport, and I'm walking down the street wearing a mask, whatever. I'm a hero. Don't call me that. And an old couple was walking by, no mask. And we stopped and let them go. And they turned and they chirped at us, and they said, "Look at these two. You guys really care about it. I really care about this." And then I shouted, "I'm doing this for you." And then I hit them with my car. So I thought I had fun in Newport. It was a good time. Guys, give it up for your next guy, live from the dark. It's Dan Lateman.
Nice. I was actually just in the city like 2 days ago, and I was laying in my apartment, and the music upstairs was playing too loud. I'm like, you're lucky I'm such a pussy. Otherwise you would get quite the earful. I've been watching a lot of Deadliest Catch recently, which is an awesome show. It's great. But also the worst show for a blooper reel. All right. There's no ending to that fucking joke.
I don't think there's a beginning.
Yeah, no, there isn't. I'm rusty as fuck. All right.
It's an observation.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going. I did trigonometry for the first time yesterday, and it turns out it's like riding a bike because I hated it. There we go. That had a joke.
Now I can't stop laughing at Alicia's laugh.
I know, it's really bad.
You could just say it's me.
The first laugh was definitely for you, Dan.
Okay. That's all I care about. All right. I think. Uh-oh. My friend COVID has changed me. Like my friend said they were rooting for the Dodgers this season. And I asked him like to win, and he's like, no, to survive. Well, that was a rousing applause. Let's end it there. Give it up for Alicia Hush, guys.
Thank you. I have a really bad laugh.
It's great.
A child once told me I laugh like the devil. A child. Oh, shut the fuck up, Steven. Wow. I was trying to change my laugh for a really long time and like borrow other people's because I'm crazy apparently. Okay, I just have two that I want to try. I am bi, and I actually remember the first time I realized I was attracted to women. My dad took me to see the movie Titanic, and I don't know if you guys remember, but you see Kate Winslet naked. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I cannot wait to go home and tell no one. Okay, this is the other one I would try. I do not drink a lot because I am a nightmare. But my roommate is Steven. I don't know if you guys know this, but Steven low-key bullies me in the chat all the time.
Oh, shit.
I do not.
Secrets revealed.
Yeah, he does, actually. It's really sad.
Oh, my God.
So I don't drink a lot because I'm a nightmare, but my roommate is always trying to get me to get drunk with her because she does not know what it feels like to be kicked out of a Chili's. So I had to sit her down and I explained it and I was like, listen, you look at alcohol and see a good time. Okay. I look at alcohol and see a good excuse. Okay. You get drunk and you make out with the hottest guy you can find. If I get drunk, I'm going to rob the hottest guy I can find. Okay. The other day she was like complaining about her hangover and she was like, God, the worst part of being hungover has got to be the headaches. And I was like, okay, the worst part of being hungover is finding out you're banned from Chili's. All right. That's all I want to try. You guys give it up for Steven Rogers.
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to Make Ben Laugh, or as Alicia likes to call it, yell at the person laughing at you. I like the jokes. What are you doing to me? Also, full disclosure, I came from a corporate Zoom show one time to this and had a collared shirt, and she never let me hear the end of it. She's the bully. She is the bully.
You look like you work in tech.
Oh, whatever. Sit in a chair. I'll use my whole time. You're the bully. All right. Oh boy. Well, you ever have a persona that's a nice guy and yell at somebody?
Yeah.
There's only one good thing I've found so far about this whole pandemic is now whenever I'm like saying, "Wow, it was packed in there," people can't say I was exaggerating. Oh, okay. Could I yell at her again? All right. I meditate, and if you don't know what meditation is, that's when you sit for 20 minutes and think what you're going to say in therapy. And I do. I meditate a lot. Sometimes I don't have time to meditate, and that's not because I'm busy. I'm just doing the wrong nothing. Is really what cool. I really like that packed one. Damn it. I'm very hard on myself. It's like the only thing I'm good at. Here I go again. And oh, damn it. I got a new cat. I got which is also a kitten. And I got a kitten, and she's like my child because no one will say she's ugly to my face. And she's my girlfriend's allergic to cats, so we didn't really get a cat. We got a monster. And she's hypoallergenic. And if you don't know what hypoallergenic is, it's $1,400. what kind of catch is. All right, thank you very much. We're going to keep it going for Katie Boyle, everybody. Keep it going for Katie.
It's so good.
Katie.
Hi. Oh, everybody looks so great. I've been thinking about sperm. I'm such a weirdo. But I just remembered, we've had a lot of time to think, and I remembered that when I was in school, people kept saying that sperm was anti-aging. So I decided I would Google to see if it is, but it is. Anyway, so, you know, your sperm. But I think it's weird that it's anti-aging, but it's stored in a wrinkly old bag. So I shouldn't be left alone. Okay, and I don't know. Okay, I never talk about this on stage, but so Zoom seems fine. But I speak to my mum. We haven't spoken to each other in 12 years. And when I went home, she heard that I had a podcast, and I think she was worried that I might talk about what she did on the podcast. So she emailed the biggest agency in Ireland and tried to get me cancelled. So I was like, oh, that's really nice. Well, I'm actually not that successful and not represented by them. So they had to be like, oh, okay, well, we actually don't represent her. So this is pointless. I think that's really funny, but maybe I just thought everybody was getting cancelled in the pandemic, and I was like, oh, nobody's trying to cancel me about my mom. I've been using my vibrator too much, I know, because I've had it for a year, and it's the first time I've had to charge it. So using it. I did use it yesterday as a back massager, so that's fun. You guys can do that. And last thing, this is dumb, but I'm also really hard on myself, Stephen. I overthink a lot, and everybody was like exercising in the pandemic, and I was like, oh, I wish my overthinking counted as exercising, because then I'd be ripped. Okay, that's all I want to do. Next up is Adam Muller. Woo!
Woo!
Hey, thank you. If I've learned anything this year, I think it's that next time I say "New Year, New Me," I will be much more specific. I was recently told in the chat of a Zoom call that I look like Tom Hanks, and I wrote back like from the beginning or the end of Philadelphia. Like, is that a compliment or do I need to see a doctor? And then she was like, no, not a character he plays in a movie. You look like him. Oh, so you're telling me I look like a 64-year-old man? Thank you. That's nice of you. I was born via C-section, and I was also breech, which means I was upside down. And I had wrapped the umbilical cord around my neck, which can be very serious. But in my case, it was just a cry for help. Yeah. I went down an internet rabbit hole and I learned this fun fact. In Australia, it is illegal to eat an animal that you've named. So if you ever meet an Australian with a puppy, ask for the dog's name. And if they say we haven't decided yet, it's not just the name they're deciding. Maybe that rule should apply like to humans. Like life starts at naming. Like you have a kid and someone asks, what's the baby's name? You're like, well, we've narrowed it down to either Sam or breakfast. You know, if we did that like in 5th grade, there'd still be like that one kid with no name because the parents are just worried about a famine. I'll end with this. I went to an all boys private high school starting in 7th grade, and it was very strict. It was like Dead Poets Society before that hippie teacher ruined it for everybody. Look, as far as I'm concerned, the end of Dead Poets Society should have been Robin Williams getting arrested for assisted suicide. That's probably was in the first draft. All right, that's enough out of me. Give it up for Lindsay Tyson, everybody.
Oh my God. Oh God, I just spotlighted myself. Katie was talking about all my vibrators died like a month ago. They just like committed suicide together, and it's just so sad. I need to buy new ones. It's really a tragedy. Really lazy when I masturbate. Whatever. I just get halfway there. I'm like, this is fine. What was I going to talk about? Men. What was my joke about this I had the other day? Man, My memory is so bad these days. Oh, I was thinking about all the guys I've hooked up with, and I'm like, what do they all have in common? And I realized that my type is a huge mistake. No, I'm just kidding. They're all alcoholics. That's what I figured out. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, I hook up all these like emotionally unstable alcoholics, and I'm like, and I would stop, but it's like the only thing I have in common with my dad. Our bond. This is just something that's been bothering me. I was out last weekend, and like all these people are like, are you gonna get the vaccine when it comes out? And I'm like, oh yeah, of course. And they're like, oh, vaccines like make me nervous. And I'm like, I will hold you down and give it to you myself if I have to. I want to go to fucking Applebee's. I do not care. Like, oh, what's the vaccine gonna do? I'm like, it's gonna let us go to a bar. That's what it's gonna do. I don't care if it kills me in 2 years. Oh, that's a pro. It really freaks me out that everyone is saying that. This is the last thing I'll do. I don't know. This is what I've noticed. I noticed you can tell how racist a white woman is by how emphatically she talks about how much she wants to fuck Idris Elba. Oh, specific.
What the fuck?
It's very specific to white women. If you ever meet a white woman, and she's like, I don't fuck Idris Elba. He's so he should be James Bond. Just ask her to name one other black guy that she wants to fuck. And then 20 minutes later, she'll be like Barack Obama. Like, girl, you have to dig for that. Anyway, that's all I have. Keep it going for your next comic, Elon Altman.
Hey, all right. I take mask wearing very seriously. Like I treat masks like condoms. I wear 2 because it helps me last longer. There are some people who don't believe in wearing masks. These people think they have herd immunity. That's where you think you can't catch the disease because of something you heard on Facebook. And they're all my aunts for some reason. I was walking around the city this weekend, and it was crazy. Like the streets of New York are just full of trash, eating brunch at outdoor restaurants. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but every restaurant has outdoor seating now. Everything is like one of these outdoor cafes in Paris, or more like outdoor eating with Paris sites covering all your food. All right, I kind of screwed that up, but Turner's laughing. All right, cool. Sometimes like Trump will say something on Twitter about like Antifa. He'll call them fascists, and then their supporters will say, how can we be fascists? Our name is literally anti-fascist. And I think that's a really bad argument, because just because you're named something doesn't mean you can't be the opposite of that thing. That's like if someone came to you and was like, yeah, I'm really depressed. And you were like, how can you be depressed? Your name is Hope. Kids are going back to school soon. I don't miss it. I'm happy I don't have to do that ever again. In school, like I was one of those kids who always said, like, when am I ever going to need to know this in the real world? But I said that about gym class. In school, it was tough for me because I was like a really late bloomer. I was always really jealous of my other friends because they were getting pubic hair in places that I wasn't, like in their mouths. All right, guys. Here's your last comedian, Turner Sparks.
Hey, Elon Altman. Wow, I'm Turner Sparks. Elon Altman Part 2 is what people call me out there a lot of the time. Exact same haircut and complexion. Okay, so this is my favorite part. Currently, is my favorite part of the pandemic because everyone is nuts. Like people held it together for a couple months, and now it's off the register. People have gone insane. I went to Popeye. I was in Popeyes the other day, which already is for me it's over the line. So I go into Popeyes. There's no one in there except for one customer, and she sees me come in. She turns around and she screams at me. She goes, "They're all out of mashed potatoes." Now I get it. I have a mashed potato face. You know how people like have a boxer, they say like that guy has a boxer's jaw. It means he has like a square jaw. He can take a punch, right? I understand. I have a face that says I'm here for the mashed potatoes.
Like that guy has a boxer's jaw. Well, that guy likes easy to chew food. You can tell by the cut. So I understand that part. I'm on her side. Also, I get this. She looks and she has the complexion and the facial features like she's been inside for 5 months straight. So maybe she just needs someone to talk to. Because right now we're in this whole, it's a spectrum of people obeying or disobeying the rules. Over here, you have the people who've spent the last 5 months at a Miami Beach swimming pool drinking martinis and blowing coronavirus in people's faces. And on this side, you have this lady who looks like she spent the last 5 months in Patty Hearst's closet. Now, that's an old reference that no one's going to get. So I get it. I'm on her side. I'm trying to be nice. So I'm like, oh, she's like, they're all out of mashed potatoes. I'm like, okay, I'm playing along. I'm being the nice guy. I'm like, okay. But then she goes, yeah, I had to change my entire order. And this is where she lost me, because her entire order was mashed potatoes. We've been inside too long. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's all I got, everybody.
All right, before I turn you over to the clutches of Ben, I will say nice things this week again too. But also, first of all, this is not a contest, but Lindsay won it with that Idris Elba joke. There's no prizes, there's no winners or losers.
Absolutely.
That is my favorite thing I've heard in 5 months. I gotta tell you. Also, but Elon's herd immunity, because I love a good pun, is a very close second. Also, nobody but me, and this is going to get this, but Turner, at one point I thought you were doing an impression of Tommy Morris, who used to be the talent coordinator at the Comedy Store. I will find someone else it was like you were doing an impression of someone doing an impression of it. Like I will have to find a video of someone doing that impression, and I will send it to you. But
being the mashed potato lady or being myself?
Yeah, the mash, when you're both. Like just certain it was killing me. It was killing me so hard, not in the way that it was meant to. And I was like, not even paying enough attention to the actual joke itself. So it's just like, that sounds like Tommy.
Listen, I'll take any laugh at this point.
Yeah. But so for the inspiring thought of the week is just, thank you guys again. This was great. You guys are great. I literally cannot tell you how impressed and grateful and proud and all those positive feelings I am that everyone is able to keep writing jokes. I know some people are doing outdoor shows now, so that does give you a little bit more like whatever towards normalcy. But I mean, just the fact that you guys are the best. I like you very much. And I like you so much that I'm going to let Ben say a bunch of things to you now. Woo!
Okay. So Amy, first of all, I want to I kind of noticed whenever a comic goes up, are they forced to watch themselves speak?
So I force everyone is forced into spotlight view. If you're on speaker view, you're forced into the spotlight view, so everyone just sees that comic.
I just know it hasn't happened yet, and I'm cool with it. But every time you turn it over to me, I always have to watch my fucking self talk, and I hate it because it's so weird and off-putting. And I just kind of realized throughout this, I was like, does everyone have to do that?
Yeah.
Don't change that. I love it, but I hate it when it's about me.
Yeah, this time I left it not that way.
Hilarious. I love it. All right, so I'll go through Max. I would say if you want to up the gay factor for super gay TikTok, you could do a glitter cough throughout. I don't know how that would work. Just put glitter or whatever.
Well, yet again, I'm not gay enough. Video. I'm not gay enough for you people, and I won't apologize for
whatever. I don't know. But the hitting old people with the car, doing this for you thing, that was my favorite because totally can relate.
Oh yeah, that was real good.
Plus Vista had that thought. And it's greater good, so I'm down with that. That was my favorite one that you did. Is Lateman still here? Wait, where is he?
No, I think we lost him.
Oh, whatever. I'll just pretend like Joe is Lateman. Hey, Joe. Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on. Hey Joe, the deadliest catch thing was too real because outtake means that they die.
Oh shit.
So that's not funny. Death isn't fun. No, I don't know. And Alicia laughed really hard at something that he did, and that was funny. I was focused on that. But I think the too much of a pussy thing was my favorite joke that he did. All right, cool. Verity's not here. Alicia, you shouldn't be ashamed about how you laugh, because I get people telling me all the time I laugh like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead or Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
And I've heard the comparison, and it's pretty spot on. So it's not as bad.
Yeah. Also, wait, sorry to interrupt, Ben, but Alicia, Luis Gomez told me I was one of the 4 shitty laughs of the apocalypse. So
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
me,
great.
Rebecca, Christine Evans.
I have 5 favorite laughs, and you're in the top 5.
Oh, thanks.
I have actively tried to change mine by borrowing other people's laughs.
Can you do an authentic one right now? Can I hear it?
No.
A fake one.
It's no.
Oh, come on.
Do it. Just.
I won't be able to do it authentically if you just ask me to do it.
Yeah, but like make fun of yourself. I want to hear it. Is it a cackle?
No.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh, do it.
I'm just gonna do somebody else's laugh.
Oh, I know what she's doing. She's gonna fucking go in the archive right now. She's pulling something up.
Oh yeah.
Can anybody guess what that
was? Okay, that was pretty good. Also, Alicia, I'm really I'm looking forward to like the future Steve and you war, because I don't know what was going on there, but that's pretty funny.
He's so mean to me.
We should do another show where it's just you two just fucking yelling at each other, whatever that was. That was fun.
Do not do this.
Yeah, it was
canceled.
See that, everybody?
I feel like we've got like a reality show brewing right now. Like we already got the characters with their drama.
Too.
But yeah, anyway, I'm excited to see how this evolves over the next couple weeks. And also your alcohol bit was my favorite one for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And Steve, hold on, I can't read my own writing. I wrote cat bit.
That's my favorite part of the week is when Ben can't read his own.
Because sometimes I'm like trying to pay attention and just like scribble shit just so I remember.
The hypoallergenic cat, is that what you're talking about?
Sure, yeah, that's the one, or cat bit. And your like commitment to the first joke, even though it didn't necessarily work, that was really fun.
Thank you.
They kept you kind of threw it back to that a couple of times. And you're just like holding on. That was pretty funny. And that's what made it funny. So
thank you.
Yeah. Katie, sperm coming from a wrinkly old bag. That's pretty fucking funny.
Oh yeah, that was fucking solid.
And your mom sounds fun, and that's all I gotta say about that. That's cool. Your mom is just she's like a wild card in your family, and she just throws whatever. Anyway, and the vibrator thing, I think when you told that, Amy laughed really hard, but she covered up her mouth and kind of ducked off screen. So I feel like she can relate to that, and then apparently also Lindsay can too, and I thought that was funny. Adam,
I was really just impressed by the battery life. Although I know what you were implying, Katie.
I got charged.
I got your joke, and I know what you were implying, but still.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. You're a sweetheart.
Adam, you do not look like Tom Hanks. There's that. And also, wait, what? Oh, what the fuck was I talking about? Okay, I wrote Amy cover mouth laugh during naming children. What was that, Amy?
During Adams or when?
I don't know. I wrote it, so it happened.
Oh, the dog part. Oh, I was truly horrified. I wasn't laughing. I was truly horrified by the idea of eating your own child.
Oh. Okay. Whatever. I saw it, but you thought it was funny, and I wanted to ask you about it.
I mean, I like the whole thing is funny, and there was like the punchline when you get there to the guy in 5th grade. That's fucking great. I love that. But all the way getting there, I was like, oh, I don't want to eat a dog. Oh, I don't want anyone eating their baby. Like I couldn't. It was really horrifying me. Payoff was good, but yeah, that was what was going on there.
Well, that's what I guess that's what I wanted you to do, was to elaborate, and you did. There it is. That's what I meant. Cool. Lindsay, I feel like that lazy masturbation thing was not meant to be something to be discussed, but that's kind of a funny concept. So maybe
Probably.
because that was weird. And also the the forced vaccine Applebee's thing is pretty funny because that's like the lowest fucking possible bar ever. It's like I just want to go to Applebee's and get a fucking frozen margarita for $3 or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I thought that was funny. And also, but your best thing was the Idris Elba thing for reasons that I don't think you knew about. Like in the New York Comedy Club art like staff group chat, this has come up multiple times over the last couple months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think Joe, I think it was Maggie, right? The first person to bring it up.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Joe's not going to rat on his wife.
I can't.
It comes up often, and it's like it's all the white girls, man. It's
That
all
they
that-
think Idris Elba's hot?
yeah.
Ooh.
Like it's at this point, it's so far back in the chat, but it's come up multiple times over.
He
The
is hot. He is hot.
Actually, I was gonna say I might have started it when I watched the Fast and Furious Hobbs presents Hobbs versus Shaw, which is the greatest movie of all time. I might have been, 6 weeks into lockdown when I watched it, so perhaps my judgment.
That's what it was. It was really early on, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was until everyone started going off on him. Like, oh, he just I'm like, who the fuck? I don't know who that is.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how it started. Is I watched the greatest movie of all time.
The Wire.
I watch HBO's The
He is
Wire.
very hot. To be fair.
I'm with Joe. He was like a decade ago on
You
The
must
Wire.
watch HBO's The Wire.
Luther.
Show on
I
television.
will recommend The Wire to you.
You haven't seen 3 episodes of season 6 of The Office? Come on.
And Elon, I was gonna say this early on, but I didn't want to interrupt Amy talking. I feel so fucking dumb because I didn't realize that your background was a green screen thing at first, and I was just in my head. The first thing I thought is like, "Wow, that looks just like Seinfeld." Oh,
Oh, big
Never
fan.
mind.
Big fan.
whatever the fuck. So anyway, I'm an idiot. Your first couple like rapid fire jokes, they were like really short and sweet, and they were funny, all of them. So I couldn't really pick out like a thing that I liked. It was quick. It's like quick, clever shit. That was cool. And the pubic hair in the mouth thing, I think was my favorite, which was also, I think, what you ended on. Whatever. Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Turner, when you said that you're Elon part 2, I think it was Katie. She went, and it was like this weird fake laugh, and that made me laugh. So I don't know. If she did it.
You also have a weird laugh. It must be just a.
Was it you? You were like, and it was really awkward because he was in the middle of talking and nobody else laughed. That was funny.
Thanks.
I laughed at the Patty Hearst thing. I don't know what that says about me because no one else did.
It's a terrible reference from 45 years ago. No one should.
Exactly. Yeah. I was just like, what the
Oh, I got it. I'm old.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah, the mashed potatoes thing became like funnier, I think, the more you just like dug into it. Because at first it was like, oh, okay, cool, I get it. And then you just like kept going, and it becomes more ridiculous the more you keep going into it. So that made it better, I think.
Thank you. It was ridiculous.
Stuck with that shit. I think that's everybody.
I think
Verity didn't say a fucking thing this whole time. Shame on him.
Also, we got to give a shout out to Candy's naming game as usual. I don't know if everybody is on Twitter or I don't know where else it's going around, but that is
Oh, Rio's here too. What's up, man? With your nose.
Rio's hiding.
There he is. Yeah, it's down there.
Thank you. If it was funny.
All right. Well, this ends the show portion of this evening.